Hello. Today I'm coming up with a new series. This is completely different in the sense that this does not speak anything about what to read, how to read, strategy to prepare, prelims, mains, nothing of this hullabaloo. But this is completely new in a sense that these are coming or these are words of wisdom coming from a very senior aspirant based on the mistakes that he has done over a period of time. I've been here for quite a while. And I feel if I knew these things much earlier, I would have taken my preparation, my attitude to preparation would have been completely different. And I would have made bigger things in life. So I think this will be of good help to you. So I'll be doing a series, but now let me start one by one. So frequently I keep on having some of the other discussions with friends based on their life crisis in UPSC. So I've picked up few aspects and I'm trying to do few small videos. So the first video about this concept, first is about this simple thing. You see, most of us, when we come into UPSC preparation, we are not coming as a loner. Majority of us have come with a reasonable or good degrees. We have come here leaving certain jobs. But 4 to 5 year hence, or else after 5 to 6 attempts, you are completely cut off from your basic stream where you have come. So if you enter the job market, then you are a completely fresher. So there are a number of my friends. I know friends who have done from IIC Bangalore, have done some from some very reputed institutes, but they keep on writing prelims, mains. They go to the interview, and after 6 years, when they are unable to clear, they stand at crossroads, knowing not to know, completely not knowing where to go, how to go, because they are completely cut off from their previous knowledge, previous degrees, etc. I think that's a very wrong step. Spending a certain beyond a certain threshold of time in the so-called preparation phase of UPSC is a criminal waste of youth life and also for this country. So based on that, I have got few based on by studying the overall ecosystem of UPSC, the preparation ecosystem of UPSC. From my own experience, I have few suggestions. See if it helps. First, we all come to this phase with a lot of energy, exuberance, and a lot of enthusiasm. Most of the people take coaching, they spend 1.5, 1.7, 2 lakh bucks. Okay, and I tell you, people think that it will take at least 2 to 3 attempts, so they have to mature in this coaching. So, first they'll get a basic grasp in coaching, then on for next 4 to 5 years, they'll do phenomenally. All of that is bullshit. Frankly, I'll tell you, the most productive days of any student is during his coaching time, because coaching time is like passing classes. So once you are done with sixth, you will go to seventh, eighth. Likewise, one subject to other subject, you'll be getting something and you'll be going. So there's a sense of movement during coaching. You'll be reading newspapers. So how, with what mindset you should come to coaching, that's a different aspect. I'll discuss elsewhere. But I can tell you with all my, at least for 95 to 99% of the people here, that coaching days are your best days. So once your coaching is done, once you have a certain this of preparation, majority of the people, okay, UPSC only takes some 10 to 12,000 students per prelims. The rest of the students are lying idle. So many people are here after third, they are unable to clear prelims till third attempt, fourth attempt, fifth attempt. So the burden keeps on increasing. And after pre, once if they fail their pre, most times they're not searching for any other options, and they'll think, you see, what happens during pre is they fail pre because of doing certain mistakes. So just 10 days or 5 days before pre or even in the exam, many will feel that, Bhaiya, this time I did not read Shankar those last two pages. So all the mistakes that they did, so what they did not read in current affairs, what they did not read in Lakshmikant, they all will flash. Oh, I did not do a test series. Had I done the test series, I would have rocked. So immediately next year I'll go to Delhi, old Rajendra Nagar, or else I'll start my test series immediately. So they'll be having grand plans, and there'll be most of them will be planning for post prelims failure plans. In that way, they will be just so they made up their mind just before the exams because of the mistakes they did. That okay, I'm going to stay here for one more year. Okay, and they immediately after prelims they take a few days break and they'll start their preparation for next year. Next year again they'll be keeping majority of the people will be doing the same mistakes again, because the best of the realizations comes only just 1 or 2 days before prelims and during and when they do not get the result again. So And most people will feel that they are just near the exam. So they'll think, okay, if I spend only one more month, if I spend only just one more attempt, I'll be able to definitely do it. So in that way, they keep on extending the attempt. So what's the issue here? The issue here is that, bro, you see, we first let me be very brutal and clear. 99% of the people do not know the method of preparation. There is a certain method. You do not know the most do not know the method. So when you should take mains test series, when you should take prelims test series, there's a method. So you do not follow the method and you keep on repeating the same mistakes. Okay, most do not take tests thinking that no, I will take a test only when I have complete knowledge of the entire syllabus that you will never have. So when you take a test, you'll feel that had I read this, I would have done this test better. So for next test, you'll keep on postponing, and you'll think that only after I do these 2 to 3 books, I'll 2 to 3 chapters or 2 to 3 units, I'll write a test, and you'll have something coming, and you'll stop your preparation for a few days, and you that test keeps on postponing. This is a cycle. This keeps on happening because it's not like job where you have an imposed timelines. These are all self-made type timelines and they are obviously flexible. And one more thing, these coaching where people say the biggest risk they create is that they'll say flexible timelines. The biggest bogus in flexible. I've been evaluating tests for almost all the major institutes for last 5 to 6 years. Okay, I tell you, the major revenue to all the test series are because of the tests you do not write. In no institute, more than 15% of the people take regular tests. In the end, only 5 to 10% people test. So the rest of the 85% of the people who subscribe and do not write is all bounty for them. So in a way, I can say that this is a different thing I'll discuss later on. This is a very, very funny topic. I'll discuss it later on. But the point is, many do not know because they do not have an imposed imposed deadline. You need imposed deadlines because we are from an engineering and Indian mindset. I'll discuss that in a different topic. We have a series of videos coming. So we do not know the method of preparation. So we sit, we go to the study hour, okay, we go for teas, and just because we are going to study hours and we do not concretely finish things most times, we are in an illusion of preparing. When someone asks you, you will tell I'm preparing for UPSC. But if you reflect, most times months just pass without doing anything. Had you put the same amount in some job, you would have been at least earning something, you would have been secure, you would have been securing your future. So even for a serious aspirant, these things happen. So in my opinion, what can be the solution to it? I think the solution to this is, and also to the issue that what is the case if there are people who gave 5 interviews in their 6 attempts and still could not clear. And when they could not clear even their 6th attempt, so they are still standing at crossroads. So because they are cut off from their graduation. So what is the midway? I think the midway is, see brother, the actual preparation in this exam happens. Even for the repeaters, if any repeater is listening to this, keep your hand on your hat and just think for yourself. The actual concrete preparation, so this focused preparation happens at max 2 to 2.5 months before prelims. For some people it's the last month before prelims. Many people. So you may be reading something, but that's not focused preparation, dude. You can do that very well by managing your job. So don't just bloody waste your time here. So the focused preparation is only for 2 months. So the rest of time it's just waste of money, waste of time in several ways. So I think the ideal time for any aspirant here is at most 2 attempts. I think 2 attempts, that's all. Once you have given your second attempt, definitely a reasonable aspirant has an overview for the entire syllabus. They know what is disaster management, they know what is disaster management cycle, they know the cropping patterns, they know the macroeconomy, they know citizen status, they know world history, they know everything of it. They would have given one round of the entire syllabus and made at least some basic notes. So once you are done with some basic notes, brother, please go and search for a job. So when you do a job, you can definitely take some 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day. You hardly need, in my opinion, the entire preparation cycle, just a minute. In my opinion, you need some 2 months before pre and For the rest of the time, you should be doing one magazine. You should be practicing 2 to 3 questions from your optional on a daily basis. So because you're already done with your preparation once, the rest, if you can manage these things along with your job, then two months before pay, somehow you should pull up. People are doing it with jobs, dude. So you should pull up some time, spare some extra time, and you scientifically it is validated that when you sit on a particular thing over a period of time, I think I forgot the name. There's a law for it. Okay, you waste the time. So when you have to manage 2 jobs, then the efficiency comes, because the basic reason is efficiency comes when there is scarcity. When you are only preparing for UPSC, there is no scarcity. You have abundance of time. At least you are in an illusion that you have abundance of time. So when you allocate some time for job, you have scarcity of time, and you religiously, devotedly make use of this time for your preparation, and your weekends will be very productively used. People like Kanudeep and many people have done it using doing their job here. So the ideal solution, in my opinion, is after 2 attempts, okay, make a reasonable notes, quit the ORN or Ashok Nagar in Hyderabad and ORN in Delhi, go to your job, plan your preparation well along with your job. How many hours you need in a day? Maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. That's all. On weekends, try to pull up more hours. Accordingly, plan it is eminently doable. There are certain must-dos before you leave. We'll discuss it in a different video. But the overview is you just think for yourself. I don't think there'll be any great or huge gains after one second attempt, because in your first attempt itself, when you have read the basic books, 90% of your knowledge base is filled, dude. Okay, just because you are giving a third attempt, inflation does not take any great change, or else major cropping patterns do not take any great change. Okay, security agencies won't change because you are giving one more attempt. So it doesn't work like that. So know when you should quit. Quit after 2 attempts. Manage your preparation. I'll end with a very good dialogue from a movie called Shankara MBBS or Munna Bhai. There's a very good song where in that particular, there's a particular line where Chiranjeevi tells, love has to be only a part of your life, but love alone should not be life. If you apply preparation in a way should only be a part of your entire career. There are people who have spent 10 years. Okay, if your active life is 40 years, one fourth is spent in a bloody thing called preparation. And many times, what happens if you don't get a result? So prep should only be a part of life. So know when to quit. After 2 attempts, go, be done with it. Parallelly prepare. You'll be doing more efficiently than sitting in Ashok Nagar and drinking teas or something. I may be rude, but this is the fact. So I'm willingly at being rude because I think it will help. We have done major mistakes here. Don't repeat them. Bye.